Colombia made their debut appearance on the international rugby stage in 2001. They had to wait 2 years before achieving their first victory, but since then, the team, nicknamed the Toucans, have made a rapid rise up the world rankings, and 12 months ago, they were undefeated on their way to winning the B section of the South American Championships. Earlier in the month, they hosted this year's event with Venezuela, Peru and Costa Rica travelling to Medellin.
Rugby in Colombia is doing really well. There's real progress in the number of players involved in the sport, and that started to have an effect on the national squad. The number of players to pick from is growing fast, and the number of places where it's played is increasing too.
The growth is down to a variety of reasons. First off, there was a change in policy at the end of 2007, and the goals became more focused on development. We then started receiving a huge amount of support from the state, which provided us with the resources to work with young people and kids. Finally, it's down to luck and a lot of hard work that we now have around 5,200 players in the country.
The winners of this tournament will have the opportunity to play off against Paraguay for the chance to compete in South America's highest tier of international rugby, alongside powerhouses such as Argentina and Uruguay. For Colombia, this would be the next major step forward and would be just reward for all the development work being done throughout the country.
Things are very different in Colombia compared to other rugby-playing nations. Here, rugby is played mainly by people from middle to lower class backgrounds. Projects like those at the Popular Sports School and the Sports and Recreation Institute have allowed rugby to reach a lot of children from underprivileged backgrounds. Currently, we have a lot of these kids playing rugby, using it as a way to deal with their problems in their lives. They're starting to see rugby as an opportunity for a new life.
After an opening win over Costa Rica, Colombia faced a Peru side which had already upset the odds in defeating Venezuela in round 1. Peru followed that win with a second shock result when they defeated Colombia 21-7. Their achievements in the opening 2 games were all the more impressive, considering that as a nation, they currently have fewer than 1,000 registered players.
It's a victory we've been working towards for over a year. We started at the end of the last South American Championship and have been working hard all year long. All that effort was put into this one game, and so it's impossible to contain the excitement and celebrations. In Peru, rugby is growing fast. There are more clubs, there's more commitment, and many more players involved. Compared to last year, our game is 100% better.
The match against Peru yesterday was a hiccup in terms of the future of Colombian rugby. Last year we were top of Division 2 in the South American Championships. We were also champions of another tournament 2 or 3 months ago. Yesterday was something that can't really be explained. It didn't really come together for us. But lots of the players that started out participating in the projects that were set up to introduce kids to rugby are now joining the national team. Despite losing against Peru, the national team is beginning to develop and lay foundations for the future.
Colombia lost their final match 28-26 to Venezuela. Despite the team's disappointment at their third-place finish, there were more signs that their youth development schemes are bearing fruit, as the Colombian under-19s won the junior version of the tournament, going through undefeated. With such young talent coming through, the Toucans clearly have their sights set high.
In terms of rugby in Colombia, we can expect many things. This year, we didn't quite manage to make it into the top division, but it's definitely our goal for the years to come. We have to work towards this, and when we're planning ahead, we dream of making it to the top tier of the South American Championships. It's something that we believe is possible. We can start dreaming of being part of Division 1 before 2015 and staying there, competing amongst the other strong teams who play in that tournament.
In the final match, Peru secured their first ever international trophy as they comfortably beat Costa Rica 61-5. As a result of their success, Peru jumped 14 places in the IRB World Rankings, rising above the Colombians on the way. Victory over Paraguay next year will ensure their place among the South American elite.